Welcome to Formula 1 Round 5 here in Japan at the beautiful Suzuka circuit. The cars are on the grid. We have 5 lights waiting. It is lights out and away we go. On board with the Red Bull, who has his teammate on the outside. They're battling for positions here. Looking really strong through the first few corners for everybody though. No collision so far. There's one car off. The Aston Martin up on the barriers. Then there's a huge collision as he rejoins. Major crash in the S's. There's a safety car and that is no surprise. And the safety car is ending. We have green flags once again as the cars accelerate out of the final corner to get racing. There is no curse for one lap after safety car as they're lining up one by one here on the start-finish straight. Some cars very close together. The AlphaTauri almost getting a move on the Mercedes as they're moving around through the first few corners here. The Mercedes going a little bit wide. And there's some contact between them. Yellow flags in Sector 1. One car rejoining Versatile and the Alpine having gone off. On board here now with the Alpine. He goes for a huge dive bomb down the inside on the Aston Martin actually. Now on the outside. The Aston Martin keeps position as there's some contact with his teammate. Not looking to get into any crashes here.
Pancho has been having a little bit of a difficult race. Just as he takes that position right off of Skill Max, we jump on board with Versatile now. His teammate Special K on the outside and an attacking AlphaTauri just on his inside. Versatile does know he will get that advantage going into the chicane. We jump on board with Flicky down the main straight he goes. Sticks in a very fast Ferrari, takes that position right off him.
And the Mercedes now in the background also using curse, closing up to the AlphaTauri. Skillmax just goes down the inside, nothing he can do, however goes wide. Pancho back through once more. Coming out of Spoon Curve, let's see how positions play out under curse. Some contact up ahead. The Ferrari makes it past the Alfa Romeo here. Beautiful pink livery. Minor contact, they're pushing him a little bit. Can he get the switch back on the outside? The Alfa Romeo not giving up here. Ooh, and huge lag spike for the Ferrari. That'll put him on the back foot. Let's see if the Alfa Romeo can do anything on the outside. Defending from the Ferrari behind, but nothing he can do about the one in front. Coming through the S's now. Recovery Kings provide the best GTA 5 mod menus to enhance your gameplay experience. Go to recoverykings.net and use code Formula5 for 10% off in your cart. Once again, watching the Alfa Romeo and the Ferrari, and there's a collision on the back straight. Just at the lowest point off that back straight. Huge multiple car collision. The AlphaTauri really losing out here. Now watching him getting a wheel on the inside of the Red Bull. Very nice move. The Red Bull holds it around the outside though and is able to go side by side with him still. Oh, and they come together. Yet another collision caused by the AlphaTauri. Very unfortunate there. And on the back straight now, does not use curse and I believe is letting a few cars back past to maybe reduce that penalty a little. Side by side through the final few corners, the McLaren and the Aston Martin battling over the last point scoring position. The Aston Martin currently ahead. Let's see what the McLaren can do under curse. Not much, and he loses out even more. The Mercedes putting a wheel down the inside, and not much the McLaren can do in terms of defending. The Mercedes now looking at the Aston Martin. He puts a wheel around the outside. Let's see if he can hold the line. The Aston Martin defending very hard, and as they're losing time, the McLaren actually joins the party again. The Aston Martin doing a really good job here to defend that last championship point though. Let's see how things play out on the back straight under curse. The Mercedes using it last. Further in the back, the Alpine goes past one car and puts a wheel on the outside of another. Actually holds that line beautifully, making up 2 positions. The cars behind though continuing to squabble for positions out of the final corner now, all very close together. The Williams just ahead of the 2 AlphaTauris and one goes past. Further ahead, the Mercedes goes for another move on the Aston Martin and he has a wheel down the inside this time. Beautiful overtake there, done deal.
Skillmax currently in 13th place, scrapping for the final points positions. The Alpine pushes the Aston Martin off track. Skillmax into 11th place.
The AlphaTauri is rapidly closing on the Mercedes and Red Bull as they're fighting. The Alpine also joining the party. The AlphaTauri might be able to go around the outside here. Unable, barely keeps it on the track. Can defend from the Alpine though. Late into this race, the battle for the lead is not slowing down as the Aston Martin goes past the Haas for the lead. R7 and Lucas still fighting it out here. Lucas just getting ahead for the final corner. Fowzey in the McLaren in third, not far behind. You can see them lining up on the pit straight. Lucas protecting that inside line. R7 going around the outside with Curse.
It's a scrap for second place. Lucas in his Aston Martin defending against Fowzey, who goes down the inside. Fowzey will take that position right off of Lucas. Brilliant racing between the two.
Lucas with a long curse use down the inside on Fowzey at the hairpin. He holds it around the outside though. And once again, they're just slowing each other down. Coming out of the final corner, it is R7 for Haas taking the victory. Fowzey and Lucas battling until the end.
Looks like the race is over for some, but that is not the case for these two here. Flicky and Tysm scrapping it out for 6th place. Flicky on the inside trying to get his front wing ahead. He does so. Tysm's in a spectacular fashion defending his position, closing the door on the Alfa Romeo. Will Flicky have enough curse to get past that Williams ahead? I think not. The position will go to Tysm as they cross the line. Brilliant driving from both drivers.
And that is the race over. R7 taking the victory in the Haas over Fowzey and Lucas. In the end, a very, very close battle for the lead all the way through the race. Jones taking 4th over Acid, then Tysm in 6th, Flicky in 7th, Skillmax, Bruder and Spike closing out the top 10. In the Drivers' Championship, Lucas stretches his lead out in 1st place. Fowzey jumps up 2 positions, overtaking Bruder and R7 moves up 7 places for Haas, and Acid moving up 3. The top 3 places in the Constructors' Championship remain the same. McLaren and Haas jump up a few places though, all other teams moving down.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to check out our latest videos and our other live streams that we do every week. If you'd like to join the server, the link for the Discord is down below.